In this video, I'm going to be ranking all women from Clash Royale on a tier list. If I get canceled after this video, then it was nice knowing ya. So anyway, here's your tier list. It's pretty standard, nothing too complicated. S tier is the best, and F tier is the worst. We have all these lovely ladies right here for us to rank, so we're gonna do it. And we are starting out really strong with my girl, the Archer Queen. I mean, listen, man, if we are being 100% honest with the Archer Queen, man, it's hard to go wrong with her. I mean, look at her. She has nice long flowing purple hair. She has beautiful eyes. She has two other things that are very nice as well. And I mean, straight up, I mean, words can't describe how top tier she is. She is incredible. So we are starting out strong. Archer Queen, S tier. Now this next one is A minor. Now for them, I'm going to put them in the F tier. In fact, there's a few others we're going to put in the F tier, so let's just do that. We're going to put the Princess down here, the Princess Tower, as well as the Archers. For me, with them, there's just too much ambiguity, and I'd rather just not cross that line. Anyway, next up we have the Ram Rider. Anyway, looking at the Ram Reezy, there is more appeal to her than you would think. Main reason for that, dude, she's like a strong, dominant woman, you know? You know, to control that Ram, you gotta be strong, you gotta be powerful, you gotta know what you're doing. And so for me, that makes the Ram Rider a solid B tier. All right, next up we have my girl, the Sparky. Now, in case you were not familiar, yes, the Sparky is a woman. Now, you may be asking,
Solar, the Sparky is just a contraption, a thingamajig, a amalgamation of chaos. How can this possibly be a woman?
And my response is, don't ask questions. It's just the way it is. But anyway, you know, looking at the Sparky, brother, I mean, like, yeah, man, I don't really know what to say. That's D tier. That's an absolute D tier. All right, next up we have the P.E.K.K.A. All right, so here's the deal with the P.E.K.K.A. I imagine most people would rate the P.E.K.K.A. pretty low because, you know, she's this massive tank with this huge suit of armor. You don't really know what she looks like and stuff. And she could kill you in one swing. But here's how I look at the P.E.K.K.A. I believe she is misunderstood. The way I see her, she is a very hard-nosed tank killer on the outside, but on the inside, she's probably loving, fun, warm, and just a great person to be around. And for that, I'm putting the P.E.K.K.A. in the B tier. I think she deserves it. All right, now this one right here, chat. Woo, man. We got the Night Witch. First of all, I would like you all to really quickly just look at her. Just take a look at the card artwork. Ignore the Mega Knight to the left, ignore the Miners to the right, and just take a minute to gander and ponder at the beauty of the Night Witch. Look at those nice blue eyes. Look at her slender body that also is defined. Look at her purple lips. I love that color of lip gloss on her. And then look at that smirk. She's looking at me and I'm looking at her as well, man. Let me all introduce you to SolarFury from 2019. As a 16-year-old lad, this man had a picture of the Night Witch's old card artwork on his wall. The Night Witch has been a part of my life as long as I can remember. She's been a part of my content creation journey since the very beginning, since before I had 500 subscribers. She is my woman, okay? There is no other woman for me except for the Night Witch. And on that note, the Night Witch, she is going at the top of S tier, above the Archer Queen. By the way, when I was saying that she was my one true love, I kind of didn't mean that. If there is a real woman who would like to date me, please, thank you. Enough of that. Who's next? Musketeer. Okay. Musketeer, she nice. I'm not gonna lie. I love her purple hair. What is it with these Clash Royale women and purple hair? I don't know, but I like it. Dog, like Musketeer, she's just solid all around, man. I think we're gonna put her in the A tier. I think that's perfect for her. All right, next up we have the Bandit. Now the Bandit is kind of interesting. I don't really know what to make of her. First things first, I love her green eyes. Green eyes are super unique. I personally like green eyes. But also, like, at the same time, she's a bandit. She's a thief. If we start dating, you know, is she gonna steal my wallet and go to Gucci and buy like some bags and some clothes? I don't want her to do that. And then also the white hair is kind of throwing me off at the same time. You know, is she 20? Is she 50? I don't really know. The white hair kind of confuses me. With all that being said, we're going to put the bandit in the C tier. All right, next up, we got the grandma of them all, the mother witch. Now, the mother witch, I don't know. She a little bit too old for me. If I'm going to be 100% honest, she a little too old for me. However, here's the thing. She just looks like she is a mean cook. The chocolate chip cookies that this woman can probably bake are the best things you've ever had. If you want an apple pie on a nice crisp Saturday in the middle of October while watching some... The mother witch, she's your girl. But again, a little bit too old for me. And so for that, we're gonna put her in the C tier. All right, next up we have the lava hound. So with the lava hound, there's a few different things we have to unpack here. Number one, she can fly and I can't fly. That's kind of problematic. Number two is that, you know, she has a bunch of little kids, you know, her lava pups. And, you know, I don't want like a bunch of little kids running around when I'm just trying to hang out with her, you know. I feel like that would be kind of distracting. And then also, you know, she's made of lava. So I would like die instantly on impact and burn to a crisp. I hate to do it to you, lava hound, but I gotta put you in D tier. Okay, we have a couple of good ones next up. Oh man, we got battle healer first. Now here's the deal. If the night witch did not exist, then battle healer would be my girl. The thing I love about the battle healer is that it's such a strong contrast with her. You know, she's a mighty warrior. She's got that chainmail on, she's got that armor, and she's got a sword, and she's got wings and all that. You know, she can go in, she can fight, she's tanky. You know, she can defend you. But then also on top of all that, she has a soft side. She is a healer. She will be there for you and she will heal you in your worst moment. If you've had a bad day at work and you just need to come home and relax, the battle healer, she will be there for you. You know, if you're going mountain biking and you fall off your bike and you scrape your elbows and your knees, the battle healer, she can be there for that as well. She can be there for physical and emotional support. She is just that amazing. Anyway, with all of that being said, battle healer, she is in the S tier between the night witch and the archer queen. Next up, we got another goated card. We got the witch. So, you know, with the night witch and the battle healer, you know, I've elaborated on them more than just their appearance. With the witch, she's just a baddie. Like the witch and the archer queen, they're just baddies. And like that just carries them like forever. Like I'm sure the witch has other qualities than being just such an attractive person. But like, dang man, that carries her so far anyway. So with that being said, the witch is going into the A tier, the very top of A tier. You know, the S tier is reserved for those like exceptional women that have no rivals except for themselves. The witch is just a tad bit beneath that. All right, next up we have the little prince, and you might be thinking, why is he here? And there is a perfectly good reason. It's because the little prince's guardian, all right? The little prince's guardian is in fact a woman, all right? And I'll be honest, looking at her, she is just not my type. You know, I like a nice, strong woman and all that, but I don't want a nice, strong woman who is like a wrestler. Also, the haircut, I ain't really messing with that either. Yeah, man, I mean, the guardian is just kind of an L. I'm gonna put her down in the F tier, dude. All right, next up, we're gonna do these two together, the Valkyrie and the Evo Valkyrie. Now, you may be wondering, there's a few other cards on this list that have Evos, but their counterparts aren't here. Well, in the Valkyrie's case, both their appearances are so different from each other that I feel like it's fair to rank them both. So anyway, let's start with the normal Valkyrie. So this is a perfect example of a strong woman who isn't just like ridiculously overpowering. Like, you know, the Valkyrie, she is incredibly fierce, but she looks like she got a soft side as well. You know, I can just tell. And again, this is another one. She's just a baddie, like straight up. So normal Valkyrie is gonna go in the A tier between the Musketeer and the Witch. And then next up, we got the Evo Valkyrie. Now with her, something with the Evo Valkyrie, it just does something to me. I really don't know how to explain it. It just does something to me on a internal, fundamental level that just alters the chemistry of my brain. Anyway, on that note, Evo Valkyrie is also A tier, but slightly ahead of the normal Valkyrie. Next up, we got the Firecracker, specifically the Evo Firecracker. Dude, just like, look at the way she's looking at me. Is that not just like incredible? Her eyes are so beautiful. Like, seriously, I love her eyes. Her eyes alone are A tier, straight up. And then I mean, like, bro, come on, like, dude, she nice for real. Evo Firecracker, you are also going in A tier between the Valkyrie and the Musketeer. But first up is our newest woman addition to the game, the Dagger Duchess, man. Now, the biggest thing I love about the Dagger Duchess is that she's very sassy. If you've ever listened to her voice lines in game, dude, she is filled with sass. But dude, like, there's something about that, I don't know. I like it, you know, she got a bit of an attitude. And also, here's the thing with the Dagger Duchess, she's royalty. So if me and her were to end up getting married, we'd be set for life, man. Now, I'm not saying I'm a gold digger. It's just something important to consider. Dagger Duchess is another one that will be in the A tier, but she's gonna be at the very bottom of A tier. Next up, we have 3 Musketeers. Now, you might be asking, Solar, why do you have the 3 Musketeers if you already have the 1 Musketeer? Well, let me tell you, it is a really simple formula. 3 is better than 1. I mean, straight up, that's just what it boils down to. Take everything I said for the Musketeer, multiply it by 3, and bang, you got the 3 Musketeers. So we're going to put them in A tier, above the Musketeer. Now, last but certainly not least, you all may not recognize this one, but this one is the Super Witch. So the Super Witch was a temporary troop that was in the game. I believe this was back in like summer of 2022. It was a while ago. But dude, it just takes everything about the witch of her being a baddie and amplifies it. I did not think the attractiveness of the witch could be amplified, but that is the Super Witch to a T. I mean, just look at her. She looks so dominant, and dude, like, I'm in love. I'm in love. I know I talked about reserving the S tier for like characters that like could only compete with themselves, but dude, like, Super Witch, we gotta put her up there. Like, I'm making an exception, and I think she deserves it. Well, everyone, that is my Clash Royale woman tier list. This is the most video of all time. See you in the next one.